It has officially been a week since I've unboxed the Steam Deck, and I was planning on doing some gameplay videos, but I got really sick, so I didn't end up getting around to them. But now I want to go over the comparison of these two because I think that these are often thought about as competing when they really shouldn't. Although I've heard that this right here, the Steam Deck, is the Switch killer. It's not. But the Switch should be shaking in its boots. Let's talk about it. Yo, my name is Julian Mullick and welcome back to the Console Gaming Channel. That's right, we're button mashers, thumbstick thrashers, and here to have a good time playing video games. When the Steam Deck was launched, I remember people being like, it's the Switch killer, better watch out, Nintendo, and I thought immediately, that's ridiculous. The people that this is targeted towards is such a niche group of gamers, and I still think that to a certain extent that is true. Although this thing is impossible to find and you have to be on a waiting list that's super long in order to get one. But that being said, it's very popular. So I don't know whether niche is really the best way to put it or if it's just new, so that's why people want it. It can play PC games. It can play games off of a Steam library. What's really awesome is that Steam in and of itself often has sales on these games. And so these games are really inexpensive to purchase. You can purchase a AAA title for dirt cheap on a regular basis. They're always having sales. Right now they're having a crazy sale as of the release of this video. I think it's going on for a couple more days. And so I picked up a couple games to try them out. It is a really awesome gaming experience. Now, full disclosure here, I still prefer gaming on my Nintendo Switch OLED, but here's where the big problem starts. Nintendo as a whole has been releasing games at a somewhat regular pace, but these games that they're releasing are third-party, and we just got a direct from Nintendo, and that direct showed us a grip of third-party games. It was a little direct mini from their third-party developers or whatever people around the world. It was exciting, there's some cool stuff on there, but still, a lot of those games available already on the Steam Deck or on the PC or on other consoles. And what happened before is you would find a game like Hades, for instance, and you're like, man, I really want to play Hades on the go. I want to play it on a screen that's beautiful. And Hades released before the OLED, so it was already on an LCD screen, much like the Steam Deck. But anyway, that's not the point. I want to play it on the go, so I purchased it for my Nintendo Switch. Well, now when you're given an option, I want to purchase a game on the go that's not, of course, a first-party AAA title by Nintendo like Pokemon or Mario or Zelda, you're faced with a couple other options. If you're a Steam Deck owner, do I want to play this on my Nintendo Switch or do I want to play this on my Steam Deck? A piece of hardware that is much more powerful, a piece of hardware that's a little more versatile. Which one do I want to purchase it on? And I can see a problem start to bubble up. And I know for me, as a multi-console gamer, I'm actually faced with this in this current generation of gaming. It is, what is left to buy on the Nintendo Switch OLED? Because I'm not going to buy Guardians of the Galaxy on my Nintendo Switch. No, I'm going to buy that for my PlayStation 5. I'm not going to buy other games that come out on the Nintendo Switch that are already available on Steam for like $4 just because it's on a Nintendo Switch. That's the thing. I was not expecting that, but after using the Steam Deck and how unbelievably seamless it is, at least in this current form, I can only imagine it getting more and more stable. In the games that I have tried to play, I'm not trying to play super niche games, which you wouldn't even be able to find on a Nintendo Switch anyway. I'm super impressed with the experience. It is that easy. Now, a couple things though that I will say is, you know, not the best. Let's just look at the size. There is a big size difference. And one is flat, one is bigger, one is heavier, one gets a lot hotter. In fact, I've been having this run this whole video and it's loud. You can hear it, not to mention it is warm. Now the warmth is in the middle, not on the sides, so you don't ever feel the warmth, which good on you, Valve. But still, there are some differences in the feel of the machine. Now the machine is big and bulky and it fits better in the hands than the Switch OLED does, but still, the OLED just looks sleeker and it's a little bit more sexy in my opinion, as well as you can change the colors of the Joy-Cons and that does make it feel a little bit more personal. Now external hardware aside, start talking about the internal hardware, not to get into any of the specifics because I don't remember them off the top of my head and my brain's still a little foggy from being sick, but the actual capabilities of the Steam Deck just blow the OLED out of the water. I'll give a couple examples. First, I played Apex Legends on the Steam Deck because I wanted to give it a try, and I was running at 60 frames a second. Apex Legends on the Nintendo Switch, oh my gosh, no, it is rough. It is really rough, and I don't even play Apex Legends, so that's not something I'm really necessarily too worried about, or able to achieve 60 frames per second on the Steam Deck. I also been playing Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom, and look, upper left-hand corner, I'm getting anywhere from 59, 60, 59, 60, I'm getting 60 frames per second. It's pretty exciting. Now, Final Fantasy 15 ran terribly, but that's to be expected because Square Enix just doesn't port their games properly. This Steam Deck has created this little pocket in the market, and I'm really curious. Is it going to take over the third-party portable scene where Nintendo had kind of a foothold? I don't know. I don't know. I can see it happening just because if you can get your hands on a Steam Deck, you're going to be able to play games for cheaper, they're gonna run better, and they're gonna be better optimized for the machine that you're playing them on, because Nintendo just doesn't do that well. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Do I think that the Steam Deck is the Switch killer? Absolutely not. I do not. I think that the Switch is going to be fine when it comes to holding on to some game. But do I think that the Steam Deck is the Nintendo Switch thief? Yeah. They're gonna be taking away some money from Nintendo. Don't know how much. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So I'm curious what you guys think. Do you think this is gonna pull sales out of Nintendo's online store and put it into Steam's online store? Let me know in the comments below. Other than that, I think that's all I got. It is. All right. Happy gaming.